Right, let's stick with that theme. No one can say when COVID-19, when the pandemic will end. This means parents and school pupils have had to adjust because the academic year has been affected. The school calendar has been moved around to make up for lost time, leading to more pressure on everyone involved. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is in Muletsane in Soweto to find out more about these challenges and joins us now for an update. So we just saw online schooling with Des and Tatia. We were with Ronald Masinda in Cape Town, showing us what the challenges are in Langa and how they're responding to those challenges. How are they responding there at, I see it's Muchochonono, lower primary school?
Well, indeed, Tulas, you recall that the primary schools here in the province have now gone back to full attendance in terms of the academic year. That was announced, of course, by the Minister of Education, Angie Motshekga. And we know that from the 2nd of August, they did go back in earnest. But I do understand that at this particular school, they're still on a rotational basis. And this means that, Tulas, that there are a group of learners that will come for a number of days. And then they'll alternate with another group of learners that will come on different days in order to attend schooling in this particular part of Soweto. So it is still on a rotational basis, but most of the primary schools and most of the education centers here in Johannesburg, in fact, have gone back to that full attendance in terms of the schools in the province. But of course, there's still a lot of anxiety from the side of the parents in terms of the safety of their children when they send them to school, in terms of those protocols for COVID-19, whether their children are safe, whether they are social distancing, and whether those protocols and precautions are really being exercised when they do attend the schools. And joining me now is one of the parents who has a child here at this particular school, Umuhau Chukudu. Thank you, Muhau, for your time. Let's start firstly by talking about your particular child. Are you feeling safe that your child is back at school?
Well, I'm happy that the children are back at school, but the issue is still the issue of safety regarding children and teachers, the issue of social distancing, issue of sanitizers, face mask and all those things, to make sure that the schools are well equipped and they can be able to face the day on a given time. So now our issue here at school is that we still have overcrowded classes. Now the school have resorted in halving the classes. 1 week the other group comes and the other group doesn't come. It becomes an issue because now the learning and teaching has been compromised seriously. Now you're talking about the grade 7s that have to be prepared for high school. Those children are going to have a difficulty when they go into those high schools because there's a deficit that we actually experiencing, that the teachers are going to experience, and the dropout of kids falling behind and all those things. And in the long run, we foresee that, lots of children will finish school very late. Some will drop out. Reason being, we know that we have an age exit in schools. Now, what are we going to do with those children that are progressing very slowly, and the government has to deal with them? In our area, for instance, this issue can be resolved by the Department of Education. Honestly, we have 3 schools that are actually non-operating. They closed completely. Where they could have taken these children to those schools, it's that schools, they can use them and everything so that they can ease the pressure on the teachers here in Muchochonono. Yeah.
Okay, and in terms of the academic program, of course, this is a huge concern that there's so much time that has been lost. Do you think that, there are ways that we can recover the academic year? And do you think that enough is being done by the schools to try and recover this academic activity?
Unfortunately, it looks very late. It is very late. They might try, but I don't see it happening because of the ins and out of the children, 1 week here, 1 week there. I think it's very difficult. We were suggesting that, you know, children must be halved, but let the other ones come in the morning and the other ones come in the afternoon. In that way, they try to bring the curriculum in order, because it's really, really frustrating also for the teachers to do a syllabus, and then next week they repeat the same syllabus for other children. It's quite frustrating, so it's going back and forth. Unfortunately, it's going to be a very difficult task ahead. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's of course one of the parents with the child here at this particular school. So there's still quite a lot of issues of concern for many parents when it comes to the academic year, when it comes to the time that has been lost in terms of the studies. And of course, they're saying that they're hoping that the department's plans to try and recover the lost academic year will be fruitful, and that you know, they would get ahead in terms of trying to recover some of the time that has been lost.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu out in Muletsane in Soweto.